All right, so I'm still on CSIQ. I did take profits on the SPY. It may still continue down, but I'm out of it. The candles are pretty small here, and I don't know what this market's going to do. Again, I'm happy with the trade. SPY Super System trade in at 209, out at 269. It's 245 right now, 238, 231. CSIQ, comma trying to come down here. It's 1284, just drifting down slowly. CSIQ, still at about, yeah, it's 30 by 40 cents, so paid 32. Let's see if we can't get this thing to move down. That would be a good situation. Again, only paid 32 cents for them, so if I can get 52 cents out of this, I would take it.
Iranian officials to Reuters say U.S. has requested a meeting with Iran's Parliament Speaker Kalibaf on Saturday. Tehran has yet to respond. Members, we are seeing a market downtick following these comments by senior Iranian officials.
Market coming back down again.
Downtick in markets, and we are seeing a little uptick in crude oil.
It's all news driven. This is all news speculation that's coming out here. It's Iran now saying that the U.S. requested a meeting with Iran Parliament Speaker on Saturday, but Tehran is yet to respond. So it's, this is just all back and forth here.
More commentary. No negotiations have been held with the U.S. and fake news is used to manipulate the financial and oil markets and escape the quagmire in which the U.S. and Israel are trapped.
SPY still coming in. Again, I'm out of my SPY trade. I get in at 209. It's up to 316 now. Pretty big jump in the SPY as it comes back down. And the next support on the SPY at this point is 654.30.
Comments from Galibaf, who is the main Iranian counterpart that you said that they were speaking with earlier from Axios. more comments out by Galgov says Iranian people demand complete and remorseful punishment of the aggressors.
Market's still coming in. Could have stayed in the SPY a little bit longer, I guess. It would have been much better. But this is all news that's driving this, so hard to say. I'm not going to chase it here. Still short CSIQ, which is still coming down. CSIQ going right now for 35 by 45 cents. I'm going to pay 32 for them. Yeah, if I get a run into the 50s, I'll take them. Right now I'm watching, it's 35 by 50 right now. CSIQ coming in, SPY still coming down really hard here, coming down pretty hard here now. Again, those SPY puts have really gone up a lot. That was a ill-timed exit on my part. 209, I get out of 269, they're at 443 right now. Basically, they've more than doubled. And if I was in, I'd be getting out right now to this green candle. Still short CSIQ. I did take my SPY calls puts off for a small, but it wasn't a small profit, but it was about $60 a contract, but I left a lot of money on the table on it. You see, I wouldn't re-enter SPY for a gap fill to the downside. I'm not going to do that now. Listen, when I take a trade like the SPY Super System trade, I got to be taking it right off of resistance here. So if it went back up to the 8 and rolled over, I might consider it, but I'm not going to chase it. Not down here, because a bounce back up here to the 8 is going to wipe out a lot of that premium. So I would not do that. No. I mean, I took the SPY puts as it broke here, and I took $60 a contract profit, and I left about $150 a contract on the table. But I'm happy with it. I mean, I'm fine with that. But I still am short CSIQ, which is now trying to bounce a little bit. So we'll see where it goes. gap fill on the SPY, by the way, would be down to 644.72. 644.70. Whoops, sorry. 656.69. 656.69. Right about, it's pretty close to a gap fill right now. But again, I wouldn't take it here. Obviously, I wouldn't take it here. And if I was in it, I'd be out of it at this point as it bounces back up to the 8. You never, it's always important to remember you're not going to get in at the best price. You're not going to get out at the best price. You're never going to get in at the best position to enter. You're not going to get out at the biggest profit. You're just trying to grab some meat of the trade on these kind of quick trades like this. But market is bouncing here. And so is CSIQ, which means I'll probably take that off too. CSIQ, a little bounce there in a high volume candlestick. Again, 8 and 15 right here is 15. Here's the 8. We'll see if 15 pushes it back down again or if it breaks up through it. Market moving back up. Oil's starting to bounce back up again now. USO took a pretty deep low this morning, but it's starting to bounce back up. It's also pretty close to entering a gap fill here on USO.
IRGC says that they launched a new attack on targets in Israel and the U.S. base in the region.
Coin a little bounce here. CSIQ bounced up, still below the 15. See if the SPY gets through this 8 or not, or whether it pulls back. I've got a few questions here. Ian, what SPY puts did I take? I'm sorry, I'm missing some of these questions. These are probably pretty old at this point. Yeah, that was 1144. It's hard for me to give a lot of details when I'm trying to trade the stuff. These as quick as this. But the SPY puts I took the 660 puts. 660 puts. They're in the money when I took them. Again, in at 209, out at 269. They get up over $4. Let me check the rest of the questions. Yeah, Ian. Doug, thanks for calling the SPY put as soon as I could. Yeah, I mean, and I obviously could have stayed in it longer, but I didn't. But I get out right here when it starts to flatten, and then this is news. This is news driven. I mean, this is saying Iran said they're not having talks with the U.S. U.S. says they're having talks with Iran. No, we're not. So now they just said that they've launched some attacks on some Israel and U.S. Targets over there. So this is just again like a fog of war. You don't know what's true and what's not. MU is a good short. Yeah, it's coming down pretty hard. But it's sitting right on the right. Look on it right here. Right. See that right there? It's the 50-day moving average right there. That white red line. That's a fairly major support level right there in MU. So it is not a good short right now, in my opinion. Would I take more NBIS at this level? I'm gonna wait, Gary. I mean, if I take more NBIS, I will move it out. I'll move the expiration date out. I'm not going to take another one for 327. I would go 2 more weeks after that. So I'd go out into April. Doug, on the SPY super system put trade, the regular candle broke through the VWAP, but the HA candle was only touching it and not yet broken through. Do I wait for the HA to also break? I'm listening on these candles right now today. When I'm going to take a SPY trade on something like that, I'm not going to wait. I'm not going to use the HA candle because you got to wait for too long. You miss a bunch of your entries if you do that when it's quick like this. If you get a trending market, it's okay, but you don't really have a trending market today. You've got a big gap up on the SPY and then a long compression and then a breakdown. But we don't ever we're taking it short when the SPY is actually up about over 1%, 1.5% almost. So no, I'm not going to take it. If I was in a trending market up or a trending market down, then I can use Fibonacci candles. But it's very difficult to use them when they're this quick. So I didn't. Gary, would I take more NBAs if you're currently not in it? No, and I wouldn't right now on NBAs. Because It's bouncing off the 8, which is I like. This is another pullback to the 8, but it keeps pulling back, bouncing, pulling back, and bouncing. I want to see a close here up into this, somewhere up in this area, and then I would probably go out 2 more weeks if I was going to add anything now or take some at this point. I would go out further in time. I mean, this is really a treacherous market for swing trading, but NBIS is a pretty nice setup. SPY compressing again now. Q's coming back up toward the 8. IWM up toward the 8. CSIQ just drifting right along the 8 here. I mean, I got a sell order on a CSIQ to get out at $40 a contract. I get in at 32. It's just not doing an awful lot here, and the market is really unpredictable at this moment because it just depends on what the next news event is.
Commentary out by Petrobras says that they are not considering raising diesel prices.
About 12:15 right now. Market getting a little flat again. Had a nice little move up this morning, a nice little move down here this afternoon, and it's just went right to the 8 here now, and it looks like it's trying to come off the 8 to the downside. Again, it's all news driven. I guess I wouldn't call it news. It's speculation driven. Took some more SPY puts here off it as it rolled off the 8. Took some more SPY puts here. I took 657 puts. 657 puts on the SPY. I paid $1.96 for them. They're at 246 right now. Again, in $1.96. They're trading at 229 right now. See where it goes from here. I'll probably just snatch profits off of these. I don't know if this is going to continue. Notice this is not a high volume candle. This is it's just a standard candle here. Again, I paid $1.96 for these 657 puts. They're at 231 right now. Not a high volume candle though. So we'll see what happens here. The Q's doing about the same thing here. IWM coming down, not quite as quick as the SPY and the Q's. I took part of it off at 242. Took part of my SPY off at 242. 196 to 242. And I'm probably going to clear it, take it all off right now. We're coming in here. Okay, so I'm out of the SPY trade. In at 196, I took them all off at 242. So $48 a contract on those. That was pretty good. Out of the SPY. I'm trying to call this out as best I can on these, because obviously I'm trading, watching the price, looking at the options all at the same time. BWA, interesting long. Sarang, BWA. Again, I'm out of the SPY. I'm still in CSIQ. BWA gapping up and moving sideways here, big time today. Big compression in it. I mean, I understand. I see what you're saying on the chart. All right, because I can see that. I can see this move in this thing. Big bull flag, big pull down to the 8, the 15, all the way down to the 50, trying to roll to the upside here. But if you look at the 5-minute chart right there, this is pretty uninspiring price action. So I would just be watching that to see what it does. Daily chart, I see it's okay, yeah. Again, I'm out of the SPY here. There's 2 SPY super system trades, $60 and $48, $108 per contract profit on those 2 SPY super system trades. Haven't really had a lot of SPY super system trades in the last week or two. I have done very few, but this was pretty nice. I'm going to try to take CSIQ off at $40 a contract. I'll get in at 32. It's not really moving very much. And again, it's out of the money. So when I'm out of the money, as if you watch the video, you know, when I'm out of the money on these things, compression is really a killer for it. Now it's not very far out of the money. But I got 12.50s. But I don't like this price action, and I'm up a little bit of money on it, so I'll take profits. I had a really nice, couple of nice trades in the SPY, which is still coming down here, by the way. And again, I probably get out of that one a little too early, but I'm happy with it. That was a good profit on that one. And I had a really nice trade in NBIS, the add-on that I did on Friday. I get in for 570. I get out for 770 this morning. I had a SPY strangle that I get in for 725 on Friday, and I get out today for 975. 975. So that was a pretty nice trade on that. And I closed Palantir for a nice profit this morning. That was kind of a short-term swing trade. And that's it, yeah. I'm in CSIQ and I traded SPY twice. Oh, 1224. Doug, you're glad I'm doing most SPY super system trades. It's a trade you do the most and have the most success with. Yeah, it works pretty well. Again, I'm looking for a lot. Obviously, I'm trying to cover a lot of ground here as far as different strategies. So everybody has different strategies. The UMCAT trades, the SPY super system trades. Looking for short-term swings, intraday trades that are not based on UMCAT. But most of my intraday trades are also based on SPY super system. They're looking for this indicator here, and they're looking for a break above or below a particular 5-minute support resistance level. Because I'm not doing an awful lot of swings, as you can tell. And you know, you can't in this market. This is a news-driven market. It's really important to understand that this market is being driven by news. There's no basically underlying fundamentals moving any of this market, especially on a daily basis. It's all news. And how is it related to that? It's related to oil. If oil goes up, the market takes a beating. You get some news this morning from Trump saying they're having talks with Iran. The market rockets up. Went up 1,000 points pre-market. Then Iran says we're not having talks with them. The market starts to sell off again. So this is all news. And it's really not news, it's speculation. These are people basically using Twitter or whatever the hell they're using for getting information out to basically solidify their position. And I'm sure the administration knows where the market is, trying to get a little bit of a bounce in the market, which they got this morning very nicely. But so who knows? Who knows what's true and what's not true? We don't. So all we can do is trade price action as best we can using our indicators and our strategies that we use. SPY's back into the gap here from this morning, from Friday, the gap up this morning. Gap up, the low and the gap up this morning was 656.62, so we're below that level now, 656.62, and we might fill the gap. That would be down to 648.78. That's a big drop. Again, we were up over 2% this morning. We're only up 1% now. Oil's starting to grind up. USO is also going into the gap from this morning. CSIQ coming back down again now. And I'm filled on CSIQ. So I'm out of CSIQ. That was an UMCAT trade. I'm out of CSIQ. Gave it quite a bit of time. It was moving sideways for a long time. But I did just take it off for a profit. Might go higher, but I'm out of that one. SPY might go lower. We're in the gap fill here. It's a little bit hard to chase it here, though. SPY well back below the 200-day moving average now. Again, 654.30 is the next support level on the SPY. 654.30. It is trying to fill the gap here. Basically filling the gap right now. Trend in Vol E keep flip flopping. Yeah, don't worry about this trend thing. Don't pay attention to that. The VOLD is showing up, but if I look at my TC2000, it was going up. It's just rolled over. This is going to roll over any second now, because the market internals are coming down pretty hard. The SPY's coming down pretty hard. It looks to me like we're heading for a gap fill on the SPY, unless another piece of news comes out. You just have to be careful on these bounces, because we are trying to fill a gap. We're in the gap right now on the SPY. And again, that gap fill is fairly significant. 648.52. That's a big drop down. But you notice we are also fighting that horizontal support level at 654.30. So you don't know which one's going to take precedence, the gap fill or the horizontal support. Allison,
Hey,
you're back.
I'm back. Damn it. I am doing this, man.
What?
That Vantage One thing doubled in price, if that, if not more. It was 75. It what? More than doubled, right?
What?
I could have sworn it used to cover one cleaning a year. No? Okay, well I thought it did. Nope. Well, anyways, so I got a cleaning. Now they're charging more for cancer screening. And the dentist smoothed out a tooth, but it was $165.
The dentist what?
Smoothed out buffed one of the teeth. I don't know if they charged that or not, but it was $165.
Well,
It's never that much.
Cleaning's like 60 something.
Yeah, but 165. What the fuck was all that other shit?
It's cancer screening,
Yeah.
where they look at your mouth.
Yeah, I know, with the bright light.
Yeah.
Now, well, I guess they've added that. They said on the form it was $63. But I'm like, what the fuck?
I think that whole cancer screening thing is a big fraud as far as I'm concerned for the dentist.
Well, no, it's like they used to use the machine to do it.
Yeah.
Now they just use the thing in your mouth.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, that's
Hell of a
cool.
money maker.
But I'm just like, what the hell was all that other shit? Because I thought cleaning was more than 60.
I mean, it could be
It
now.
is.
It is. It's got to be a lot
It is.
more. Because 50% off was
Yeah.
165.
When the last
I would
the
turn
last
out by
one I was
those
over at the old place that I
that's
used
the
to
Yeah.
go,
deposit
it cost me
that some people
$111
buy as
for a
the
cleaning.
date
Well, I'm wondering what the fuck else I was
Oh
paying
no,
for.
it's gone up. Everything's gone up. I'm trying to see. Remember what I paid.
They're charging if you cancel within less than 24 hours, you have to pay $50, and you can't schedule with them again until you pay them off.
Really? It's a corporation.
Yeah, it was a corporation last time I went. And
You
it was,
don't even know same dentist anymore.
Yeah.
No, there's two dentists now. Like, I had the lady that had been there before. You know, Barrett.
Yeah,
Who's pregnant again.
I know she is.
She's pregnant
She's
again?
due in June.
Oh, she just had a
She's
baby.
due in June.
It was another unexpected pregnancy. I was, in fact,
What?
when I was,
Somebody said it was unexpected? Who would say that?
she told me.
Well, so it was twice, so you unexpectedly got pregnant twice?
Yeah, because she told me, she said, I said, oh, you're pregnant again. She says, I'll probably be out the next time you come in, I'll be on maternity leave.
Yeah.
She said, I'm pregnant again, and it wasn't expected. I'm thinking to myself, would you like me to give you some
Right?
information?
Like, so you're not a doctor, but you are a dentist.
You're a dentist, I think
and
you know
this
about birth
happened
control, I'm
twice,
assuming?
and in the like at the same time that everything's shifting with staff, people keep quitting there, and they have another full-time thing. She's pregnant again.
Find another dentist.
I'm gonna have to, because I don't know what the fuck I'm paying for. Like, I would ask for a breakdown if I don't know.
I know that I paid more for both of
$165.
us. I know I paid more for both of us.
But it wasn't full X-rays either.
No.
So we got a bounce here right now. Again, I didn't take any SPY puts here coming down. I was thinking about taking a debit spread on it, but I'm not going to. I'm going to wait to see. Again, a gap. This thing is fighting. SPY's fighting 654.30, 654.30, which is a horizontal support level. And then you've got below that. Then you would have a gap fill, but I'm not sure if that's going to happen. So I'm just laying low here right now. I had two good trades in the SPY. I had a decent trade in CSIQ. I mean, it wasn't very much, but I made $8 on a $32 entry. So what's that, about 22% or something? But we'll just see where it goes. But I'm out of those things right now. Market just news driven right now. It's just being driven by news.
On GILD, coming from Financial Times, Gilead nears up to $2 billion deal for order-to-use biotech oral medicines.
All right, see if we have any questions. It's coming up on 12:35, getting close to lunchtime here. Hey, Bob. It's just PR. Yep, it's just PR is right. Good profits today. He loved trading the SPY, Bill. Good, really nice. Very good job. Good job. Hey, good afternoon, Sacklin. Good afternoon. Yeah, it's PR, but it's news. But the problem, see, one of the things with this news, you know, as a trader, if you look at that, you can say, okay, I don't know whether this is true or not true. But you have to remember who's trading all this stuff when this news comes out. It's the algos. They don't make judgments like that. They just see the words and the sentences of what they're looking for, and they see something like we're talking with Iran. That's all they see. They can't make judgments about whether it's accurate, inaccurate. So we're talking with Iran, the market shoots up. Iran says we're not talking, market goes down. That's algos driving this. So it's really tough as a trader, because we can't make we know the judgments we make are going to be overridden by the algos if something else comes out. So whether you believe it, you don't believe it, we have to trade the market. All we can do is trade. I mean, price is reality as far as we're concerned. Price action is reality. That's what we're trading. Everything else is just crap. It really is. I'm probably just going to wait and eat lunch here and before I trade again. It's about 12:37 right now. You see, you're waiting for a tweet about peace between Russia and Ukraine to save the market. No telling what you're going to get. Again, the problem with it is a lot of this stuff comes out and it's not true. I mean, people, they're playing games here, and both sides are playing games, so you don't know what's true. I mean, they tell you they're negotiating. Meanwhile, we have reports of a U.S. base in Kuwait being hit at the same time. So, it'll all come out in the wash. But when we're trading, we've got to be really. All we can do is take advantage of the price moves and not try to overstay our welcome in them. I mean, I got out of SPY. I got out of both of them too quickly, but I'm okay with that right now because this kind of crap could happen fairly quickly too. About 5 minutes, I'm going to grab some lunch. NBIS has pulled back again, back right down to 114. Well, 114.85 is support on it. It's trading at 150. It's above that, but we'd like to see it bounce from here. It's been very choppy action inside of in this gap fill that we're trying to get. Oh, void fill, I guess you'd call it. You can win 114.85 or 127.
Numbers being posted in the news desk.
Bounced up enough this morning to get me out of my
Participating in
the add-on from Friday.
Task Force Roundtable.
Again, if I add any more to NBIS, they'll be out. I'll be out second week in April.
to me, to that,
Really?
he's like, oh, my God, yeah. I'm like,
IRA help?
yes! And they did do a shitty job. They were trying to make it go faster, and it didn't match. And just like,
Trump
I go, why
saying
not?
that
They
U.S.
took
and Iran
days and
did have
they do get kind of slack.
prelim
I will say
talks in
that.
the past few days, contradicting Iran
He was
reports.
so, he was actually, you know, I saw him in his car not so bad.
He was on the.
Yeah, it was right before he left, I think, last year.
Okay.
He was just he
Yeah,
felt stupid.
the-
He felt stupid. He's like, I'm talking. Talking like we're having lunch. She let me have earplugs. This is awkward. We're being intelligent. I just love how faces, but
There's there's another one, Hammond, State Hammond,
where's that?
that's, on, or, yes.
Yeah, okay. There's just a little smidge left, but I do want to call that one. 1 is left. But I'll just go finish it. It's just a little bite or two.
I finished it and then I scattered that other stuff too.
Uh, oh. You did that stuff this morning. That was like 15 pounds or more.
Life is too short to eat things you don't want.
No, I just meant you ate that big one. You got that. This big one.
Yeah.
That's
I
amazing.
looked at the belly because
I'm shocked. I'm surprised.
yeah, yeah, but it wasn't such a big one.
I know you took this whole time.
All right, so I'm gonna get some lunch.
That's a good thing.
Hey, Sarang, maybe you should have taken profits in all your NBS near the 120s. SPY doesn't look so great. Listen, it's a swing trade, right? We're gonna wait for the daily chart. It's sitting right on the 8 exponential moving average. It's above 114.85. So, as of right now, there's no reason to panic. You see what it did on Friday. We popped up and got into it and made some more profits today on this pop. I'm just waiting to see what it does. It's still a bullish, very bullish chart here. Again, you've got to, you watch the daily chart. Try to keep your emotions in check with these kind of trades. You gotta give them some time here. Now we don't have a lot of time because it expires Friday, so we can't see a breakdown here below the 8 and the 15. But I don't know if we will. We'll see if 114.85 holds today.
I haven't taken it in a long time. In fact, I haven't taken it out of the.
I thought you were doing something different. Like you were doing good. And I was waiting for like a reduce line. And then I was worried that you were undershooting your range for a while. Because the wires look good.
Well, it's worse today. The range was solid.
Which I think you're looking at extremely shallow typically. Exactly. Because you're looking like I mean honestly, like this little line is just doesn't look massive.
Yeah, it
Trump
doesn't.
says that Iran bragged
No,
to him about having
it was
nuclear weapon
it's
material.
situational.
Says that bragging made him anxious.
You get an extreme. No,
Got a lot of back and forth going on between Iran and Trump. Trump, we've met with him. Iran, no, we haven't. Uh, Again, it's all speculation, and this is a lot of this is meant to move the market around.
Anyway, so there's, okay, I'm trying to do something to be. Don't worry about me. Yeah, maybe I will too, because I gotta go out there and do that.
All right, I'm going to stop and get some lunch now. I'm not trading anything right now, so we'll wait and see what happens. Again, I want to thank everybody on YouTube for being here today. I appreciate it. Again, you're always can go to rightlinetrading.com to take a look at the software, the SPY Super System software here, which is really an outstanding piece of software to help you become consistently profitable. Made a big difference in my trading when I got. I mean, I was profitable obviously, but when I picked this up, it moved my percent win rate up by about 8%, which is quite a lot. And again, you can join the room or the alert service as well at rightlinetrading.com. All right, see everybody tomorrow. Thank you very much for being here today, YouTube folks, and